Good evening, everybody. I am Nicholas D. Smith. Today I want to talk about the unbalanced incarceration rate of America. Would you agree that the prison system of America is proportionally incorrect? Because if you think about it, America makes up 5% of the world's population, but for some odd reason, they take up 21% of the prisoners of the world. This indicates to me that America has the highest amount of prisoners in the whole world, which is odd, but let's get to talk about something else. How come the black prisoners take up the highest percentage of the inmate population? But right now we're going to talk about how America works. America, the land of the free, there's still racial discrimination. Black and other minorities have a higher chance of going to jail, and the rich get richer off of their investments in the jail system, right? But let's dive into the racial discrimination. Let's get a scenario going. In order to make a decent living in America, as a typical American, a person will have to have obtained an education or have gotten a trade to get a good job. These are no easy tasks, and the difficulty is even raised even higher to a higher bar by being members of a minority, black or Hispanic, for example. Right? Minority communities will have to work harder to get the same job as others. And is that fair? No. Discrimination today is put into play via laws, stereotypes, red zoning, and education. Right? When all those factors are applied and are fueled with inequality, the African American community is incarcerated at a higher rate, pretty much 5 times the rate of whites. Black people are seen as more threatening as other races. This is where law enforcement and other stereotypes still oppress my people. Man. The people who come from low-income places are all, like places where the crime is already high. They have a higher chance of going to jail. But that's also another stereotype that's put into play, that's put into real life application because of the continuous cycle of red zoning in the communities and selective educational funding of certain schools in certain communities. Will most likely be the minority community that have the lower educational funding. But also, there's also being premature judgments of people based on their race, and that is no good at all. But then you have to get into how the rich get richer off of this system, because they invest their money into the prison system, in which they get paid. And based on an article that I read called "Big Business or a New Form of Slavery," which is referring to the prison industry of America, it's been said to very well be the new version of slavery. And companies are invested in these prison systems where the workers are paid a great pension of 25 cents an hour. 25 cents an hour of working, right? And if these workers refuse to work because they are workers, they are put into isolation cells for refusing of work. But I thought we was just going to prison to serve our time, not to serve as your workers. Think about that for a second, man. The concept of hiring out workers or prisoners was introduced after the Civil War to keep slavery traditions. It's in that document, right? That article that I read called "Big Business or the New Form of Slavery." Right? This is what really causes the unbalanced incarceration rate today, because there are still people that think this is good money to be making. The oppression of people and the system that's set up to put other folks down that lead to higher incarceration rate in those communities. Red zoning, education. It's all, it's all systematically planned out for this stuff. But once again, I am Nicholas D. Smith, and I hope everybody has a good day and stay safe out there.